Okay, when you're ready, just close your eyes and let my words just wash over you. You don't need to try to listen. Just notice the sound of my voice. And with every word you begin to feel more and more relaxed. You can notice the weight of your head resting there on the pillow. And you can be aware of your head relaxing, knowing that you don't have to hold any stress or tension in your shoulders, neck, or jaw. You can just take this time to let it go. Because now is the time for you to do nothing. You don't have to be anywhere. You don't have to do anything. You can just lay back, rest, relax, and let go. You can let go of any tension in your stomach or across your shoulders. Ease off those muscles in your back and down your spine and along the muscles in your legs, down through your ankles and all the way to your feet. Paying attention to your breathing, that gentle rise and fall that happens all by itself. And with every breath you take, and with every word I speak, you can just let go. And as you relax there listening and enjoying these moments all for yourself, you can let your mind drift and dream. And I would like you to imagine that you're standing at the top of 10 steps. 10 beautiful stairs in an old stately home. Somewhere you have been, or somewhere you have seen, in a film or on television. Or perhaps it's somewhere new. A place that you are creating, all for yourself right now. But you know that as you make your way down those stairs, you will find yourself relaxing more and more. And with every number I count, you can just let go of any stress and tension and just drift down into a wonderfully quiet and calm place. And at the bottom of the steps is a short corridor that leads to a door to a very special place, a room where no one ever goes but you. And in that room you can feel just exactly as you would want to feel here today. Relaxed, refreshed, and perfectly at ease. And to find this space, all you need to do is make your way down those stairs. So as I count down from 10 to 0, you can just find yourself relaxing with each number, drifting deeper now, my voice following as I count 10. Just find yourself relaxing more and more, every step down taking you closer to that room inside, to 9, stepping down to 8, perfectly at ease as you carry on down to 7. And there's a handrail strong and solid on the wall alongside you, worn smooth by years of use. And you realise that you've been down this stairway many, many times, and that this room exists inside you already, ready to be accessed to gain the strength and understanding that you already possess. And 6, there's a picture on the wall beside you, a picture that inspires you as you watch it forming. And I don't know if it's a picture or perhaps a photograph of someone you know, someone you love, or a painting of a special place that gives you peace or confidence. Somewhere special you have been, or somewhere you know. Or perhaps it's still a swirling mass of colour that hasn't quite formed yet, creating a feeling of strength that comes to you directly, deep from within your subconscious, allowing you to trust in this process as you take another step down to 5. Halfway down those steps, curious as to what you'll find as you continue down from 4 to 3. Almost as if you are walking on a cushion of air, not quite touching the steps anymore, floating on down from 3 to 2. Every muscle just loosening and relaxing. You can see that hallway and you can see the door at the end. As you look forward to finding that room, that special place deep inside, a place that you know already exists. You're just finding it for yourself again now as you step down from 2 to 1. Almost all the way down those stairs now, just floating down that final step from 1 to 0. And you can relax your shoulders, every muscle, every fibre of your being, perfectly at ease. And you make your way down that corridor that's lined with pictures of people or places that inspire you, that keep you safe and make you feel comfortable. Reminders of all the success that you have already achieved in your life. Certificates, smiling faces of friends and family and loved ones. And as you walk down along that corridor, you walk past a grandfather clock, an old antique grandfather clock, and you can hear it ticking, marking the gentle pass of time. As you stop and look at the hands on the face, you suddenly understand that the sound of each tick is just the sound of a moment passing, and that the space in between the ticks is where we truly exist. The space in between the ticks is a very moment in which all is real, and you can choose to place your mind in that space now. As you watch the hands slowly moving around the face, realizing that although they have been round so many times, every second of every minute, of every hour of every day, for weeks, months, years, decades and centuries, those hands can only tell you of the very moment in which you truly exist. Now. Because the past has gone, and gone with it is any opportunity to change what's happened. And yet you understand that the wonderful truth is that we don't have to change the past. You have coped with and survived everything from your past, and the future is just a dream that you can colour with bright, clear possibility. You can choose to imagine your future just as you would wish it to be. You can fill it with all the joy, happiness, and success that you truly deserve. But it all begins in this very moment where all is real, in between the ticks of the clock. And before you move on from the clock in front of you, you catch your reflection in the glass window of the cabinet as the pendulum swings back and forth deep inside, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You catch a reflection and notice that something has changed. As you stand reflected in that glass, something has already changed. You can't quite catch what it is. Perhaps it's that you are standing more confidently, or that there's a smile on your face, or happiness in your eyes, a joy radiating from you that you can witness in that reflection of yourself now. This inspires you as you turn and move forward, floating down along that corridor to the door of that room where no one ever goes but you. That room in which you can discover so much about yourself and how you will find that comfort, peace and understanding that already exists deep inside you. For in that room you can imagine and create and rehearse and be the person that you seek to be, the person that you truly are. Before you open that door, you study it and catch its every detail. You notice whether it's hinged on the left or the right, its size, its shape, its colour, texture, design. Will it open towards you or away? Will it creak or glide open? Is it light or heavy, old or new? And you see the handle, and before you reach out to open the door, you notice the lock, and I wonder where the key is. Is it in your pocket or around your neck on a length of string? Or is it already in your hand? An old, ornate, brass key that's cool to touch, but warming as you hold it in your hand. Wherever that key is, you know that this room is never locked to you, and that this room is always accessible to you now. Because all you need to do is just remember that it exists deep inside you right now. Because to open the door, you simply use your mind. Your mind is the key that unlocks that door. As you find yourself stepping through into a room that is just exactly as you choose it to be, all around you flows a feeling of safety and comfort, bringing a strength that flows through you and radiates from you, inspiring you to trust in the positive future that you create for yourself. Every day you feel more confident, more capable, and more connected with all of your inner skills and resources. Resources that are waiting here now for you to tap into and enjoy. You understand now, despite what you've been told, that you have lots to offer, and you can begin to recognize now just how unique you are. You have proved to yourself in the past you are more than capable of handling anything, and it's time now to rediscover that fire within you. And you can value that quality in yourself. Be proud of everything you've gone through. Be proud of your achievements. Just take a moment to really recognize your achievements so far. And allow yourself to reflect on how good that makes you feel. To absorb that feeling of pride. Perhaps the day you passed your exams. Perhaps some other time that you achieved a goal or a milestone. It's that pride, that sense of completion and satisfaction, which is so important to our well-being in life. When we motivate and achieve our goals, it makes us feel truly happy, truly satisfied and fulfilled. And it's that sense of happiness and satisfaction which helps you enormously towards achieving your new goals. You can hold that feeling as a reminder, as a motivator for the future. And so you choose now to switch your focus, dissolving those negative belief systems which might normally hinder you, and allowing those negative patterns and programs of the past to just dissolve now. And in your mind's eye, you can actually see those belief systems turning to dust and just blowing away in the winds of time, becoming part of your past, no longer a part of your present or future. All behind you now. And as you release those ties which have bound you, you can now be aware of the innate pleasure you can find in moving towards your new goals, so that all your efforts become a pleasure, so that all your efforts are coloured with those feelings of satisfaction and achievement, even as you work towards your goals. As you work towards getting you back, the anticipation of success is almost as sweet as the achievement of those goals. And you find it easy to motivate now, as you recognise that even working towards a goal can be a pleasure in itself. Even the anticipation of success is a sweetness all of its own when we are on course, when we are already in the process of making manifest our wishes and desires. Then we feel strong and empowered. And once this is clear to you, once this is understood, then you are so much more willing to embrace those opportunities which present themselves to you, confidently, without doubt. And you know that you can make good decisions about which of those opportunities you choose to pursue, without doubt, with certainty, because you choose to trust your feelings now. You choose to trust yourself, to credit yourself with all the credit that you so rightly deserve, to credit yourself with the recognition that you are able to choose wisely, that you are able to discern that which serves you from that which doesn't. And you know beyond doubt that you can trust your own judgment, trust your own feelings, so that you know when something feels right for you, so that you know without doubt when opportunities arise whether or not they are right for you. And you will trust your decisions with increasing confidence as you find more and more that each decision you make leads to greater and greater happiness, greater and greater success. And your new sense of certainty will filter out into other areas of your life. Now that you are confident in trusting your feelings, you are able to make those decisions which affect others with just as much discernment as those which affect only you. So you can be confident that those things you choose for yourself will be chosen with those you care about in mind. This is natural for you. This comes easily for you. You are naturally a person who considers others. But you can appreciate there must be a balance between the needs of others and the needs of yourself. And your first priority must always be yourself. Because when your needs are met, when you are happy, then you ultimately have more resources available for others, those that deserve it. You might decide then that the best way forward is for you to ensure that the things you choose first and foremost for yourself. And in the long term, you can see that this actually is the most selfless act. That in the long term, when you are happy, those around you can feel glad to be in your company. Because when you are happy, you emanate calmness. Safety, consistency. And it's nice to be around people when they are relaxed. It's easy to be with people when they are relaxed. And in your newfound centeredness, you find it easy to stick by your decisions, knowing that your choices feel right for you, and that those same choices are the positive way to go forward. That your life is most balanced when you are meeting your own needs, when you are relaxed and calm, and you can understand that those around you will respect that, even if it requires an adjustment, a shift in perspective. And you can recognize too that this is asking for no more than is reasonable. When you are honouring yourself by honouring your own feelings, honouring yourself by making those choices which best serve you, then you can be sure that when those around you understand this, then they will support you in your endeavours. And with this knowledge, with this faith, you can feel relaxed in doing whatever you need to do. Safe in the knowledge that you will be loved and supported by the right people, no matter what. And when there is clear understanding, and there is also clear communication, so now with certainty and confidence, you find it easy and natural to remain absolutely calm and centered when communicating with others. You can understand now that assertiveness doesn't necessarily imply aggression. Assertiveness can be graceful. Assertiveness can be absolutely positive when it is delivered calmly, naturally, and confidently. And you know now that you are able to do this. You are able to be assertive because it comes from a place of certainty. You are able to simply state your case when you need to, being in your own power, and those around you will adjust their position accordingly. All of life is like this, actions and reactions, and you can learn to be assertive without being aggressive. You will be surprised by the ease with which your assertiveness is received. Because when you are authentic, when you come from your own center, then people respond to this. People understand this. You will find that you can become an inspiration to others. You can become an example so that you show others how it is to be centered, to be in your power. And you know how positivity can inspire more positivity. How achieving your goals leads you on to greater and greater things. And as you continue to become more and more empowered with every passing moment, then those things which have been a source of annoyance in the past, those things which were irritations, will just simply fall away, will just simply cease to be of any concern to you, as your sense of control grows stronger every day. Control of your feelings, control of your thoughts. You can just allow those things which you know are unimportant and unworthy of your attention to be just that, unworthy of your attention. Those things which have been negative irritations for you will simply cease to affect you now. You can just let those negative reactions go, knowing that they no longer serve any useful purpose, as you decide to concentrate only on the positive things in your life. Now your attention becomes filled with a graceful sense of your own centeredness, of that calmness, that beautiful calmness in which everything is easy, free from reactions, free from stress, just calm responses and an easy flow. And you are glad to find an easier way. Easy now. You can recognize now that your first priority is yourself. You can understand that when you are feeling relaxed and calm, you can function in a much more streamlined and efficient manner. And those situations which will have been a source of trauma or irritation and upset to you in the past can be seen in a whole new way. You know that when you are relaxed and calm, you find it easy to deal with those situations which require your attention. Because when you are relaxed and calm, you intuitively know exactly how to deal with any given situation to arrive at the absolute best result possible for all concerned. And it might be that sometimes you will need to say no. Sometimes it will mean that you will need to cut people off. Sometimes you will need to be clear about your personal boundaries, clear about your own needs, remembering and being comfortable in the knowledge that your first priority has to always be yourself. And we can forget about thinking this is selfish, because when you take care of yourself, you feel good. And when you feel good, then you have ample resources left to care for others. So you can see now that taking care of yourself is actually the selfless thing to do. You will benefit immensely from recognizing that by taking care of yourself first, by meeting your own needs for yourself as your priority, you are able to be more available for others when you wish to be. By meeting your own needs, you will even discover that the needs of those around you actually begin to change. Your world begins to change for the better. When you feel empowered, you are an inspiration to those around you, to those you love, who see how empowered you are, how self-sustaining you've become, and you will be helping them merely by being present. As an example, helping them to recognize those positive qualities that you embody within themselves, inspiring them towards their own empowerment with your relaxed and positive approach to life. You are now empowering yourself to recognize and listen to that intuition which guides you safely through your life, and to be decisive and strong about following your heart when you need to stay firm. We cannot afford to send mixed messages to ourselves. When you are aware of the correct course of action to be taken, when you are aware of the response which carries the highest gain, then you find that you become strongly aware of that part of you which is able to stand firm, to be decisive and consistent. That part of you which knows how to say no, no more, and feel okay with saying no and no more. And by now fully recognizing this, you can allow yourself to be comfortable with saying no when you need to. You will know when that is the course of action which is required. Intuitively, You will know when you need to state your boundaries, and you will feel calm and confident in doing so. No hint of emotionality, just a clear statement of your intentions and needs, delivered so confidently that nobody even questions your place. And you yourself feel quite comfortable with your position. What others might think is their own decision, but this will not concern you in the slightest. You will have acted in your fullest integrity. You will have been true to yourself. You are able to let others know where your boundaries are, and you will be surprised by how swiftly people will respond to your newfound sense of positivity and strength. You will be surprised to find that the right people actually admire and respect your focus and effortless command of your own boundaries. And you are surprised yourself at how effortlessly you are able to hold that center space, relieved that you have finally taken back control. You can feel proud of that. You can feel proud of yourself that you have recognized the need to put yourself first again. Perhaps others and negative beliefs and programming have kept you feeling disempowered in the past. But you are now waking up to the fact that you are important. Your personal boundaries must be erected and maintained in order for you to be able to walk forward positively. You will be loved no less for it. You are taking back control, and when you are in control, you can be relaxed. And when you are relaxed, you are in control. Then you are able to stand firm in your own circle, and those around you must respect that. These are the rules of the game. When we take back our power, then those around us must adjust, must respect our decisions and our boundaries. And we can be sure that the right people will adjust, that they do adjust. And in the long term, you will find those old patterns will have slipped away into the past, almost without anyone noticing. Adjustments will be made, and everyone will be better for them. When we look clearly, we can see that these changes are necessary for everyone's benefit. We know that children will continue to take from us if we continue to give. Children are easily spoiled. When a child is allowed to take endlessly, that child will not learn the value of that which is given. He will take everything around him for granted. He will become greedy, ungrateful, expectant. When we tell a child he is no longer allowed to take endlessly, we can expect that the child will throw tantrums and stamp his feet. But if we stand firm, if we refuse to involve ourselves in the drama, then we send the message to the child that we are unshakable, that he will not have his own way, no matter what. And when we are absolutely clear about this, then the child will sense this and will realize that he will have to make the adjustment. that there is nothing to be gained by throwing any further tantrums. We can see that all the while we have been responding to his tantrums in the past, perhaps through fear or another way. We have validated that child's response as okay, as acceptable, even though it's a way of getting what he wants. And though it may have seemed that we were doing the right thing by giving in and we had no choice, it made us feel as though we were doing the right thing and being kind. We must see a wider picture. We must be aware that what he wants and what he needs are two different things, and that our wants and needs must always come first. Now that you are aware of this dynamic in your interaction with others, you will leave today feeling inspired, decisive and confident that you are quite able to take control of those situations which have left you feeling disempowered in the past. Already you have made the decision to implement this knowledge into your life and to follow more closely your intuition, your heart. You can see yourself now standing in your own space, empowered, feeling confident, feeling strong, in control, and fully aware that this is not only empowering for you, but is empowering for those around you too, those who really matter. And you can see how much healthier you are looking now, filled with vitality, full of colour, and much more relaxed, feeling really good, calm, centred, in control, once again back in your power, once again honouring yourself, and it feels good to be back. I want you now to know that with each and every day that passes by, each and every part of you is feeling and becoming happier and more content. This wonderful positive suggestion that you're feeling happier and becoming more and more content in yourself is now growing strong in your mind. With each and every day that passes, you're feeling happier and content. So as you begin to relax more with each breath, your unconscious mind can simply take on board these wonderful suggestions of feeling happy and content. With every day that passes, you're feeling and you're becoming more and more happy, more and more content. Every single day you're noticing more and more of the good things in your life, noticing more and more of the things that make you smile, noticing more and more of the things that make you feel good on the inside, noticing more and more of the things that make you feel proud. And as you notice more and more of the good things in your life, it means every day that you're smiling more and more. Every day you're feeling happier and happier. And each and every day as you feel and become happier, more and more content in yourself, it simply becomes much easier for you to see the good things in your life, the things that make you smile, the things that make you feel good. And it doesn't matter what these things may be for you. Every day you notice more and more of the good things in your life, whether that be the sunrise in the morning, or watching the rain fall, noticing different sounds or experiences. Far too many people take things for granted, such as breathing, smelling, feeling different experiences and different things. Each and every day you notice more and more of the good things that life has to offer. No longer do you settle for less, any less that you deserve. And as you feel and become more and more positive in yourself, you also begin to change your thoughts and your feelings. They become more and more positive, happier and content. With each and every day you are also feeling calm, and this means you are able to think more clearly. You're able to see things more clearly, so that nothing and no one will ever be able to upset you or worry you in quite the same way again. Your mind is becoming more and more clear, and this is allowing you to become more and more relaxed. More relaxed about the world around you, more relaxed in yourself. And as the days, weeks and months go by, it will be perfectly natural for you to be able to cope better with anything, anybody, any situation that you have to handle in your daily life. Each and every day you'll feel more confident because you have greater self-control, greater control over the way you think, greater control over the way you feel, and greater control over the way you behave every single day. You'll be able to experience more and more a positive sense of well-being, physically and mentally, with every single day that passes. And as you feel and become happier, more positive, more content, we'll feel like a weight has been lifted. It will feel like a burden has been lifted off your shoulders, and every part of you will truly feel good, happy, positive, content, relaxed, smiling more and more every single day. And from this moment on, each and every time you smile, every one of these wonderful suggestions will grow and become stronger and stronger for you inside your mind. Every time you smile, you'll feel and become happier, more and more positive, more and more content. Now imagine that you're wearing a sign that tells the world, I am a unique and very special person. You always wear that sign, that badge, and you wear it with pride. Every day you become more and more aware of your assets and qualities and beauty within you. You now place your complete trust in your own inner mind. The values and opinions that you accept are your own. You make up your own mind. You trust your own judgment, opinions and values, relevant, informed and special. Decisions that you've been putting off are easier now because you trust yourself and your ability to make the decisions which are the right ones for you and those whom you love. You're more special to you, and rely on you and your special wisdom, strength, all those qualities and capacities within you. You admire yourself, like yourself, and trust yourself so much more. Others too find it easy to like you, to respect you, to admire you, to love you. But you no longer worry or concern yourself about what others think of you. It matters only that you like and respect yourself. You are aware that you cannot please everybody, and that the only way to be successful in what you do is to trust your own judgment and to please yourself. What is right for you will be right for those who are close to you. And as you do what is right for you, always trusting your own judgment, having that belief in yourself, you now have the confidence to do what you want to do. Those who would manipulate you and take advantage of your easygoing nature are now confounded, aware that with due consideration, you do what is right for you and those who are important to you. You trust your own judgment and meet your own special and legitimate needs and the needs of those who are close to you and who are special. You meet those needs. You are independent and self-sufficient. Changes are happening within you. Changes for the better. Some you will be aware of now. Others you will not be aware of until some time in the future. As you trust yourself more and more, your subconscious mind will cause these ideas to be made available to you. Ideas for your benefit. These ideas will be absorbed for your betterment, so that you can easily overcome any problem. Know and believe that whatever the mind can conceive, the mind can achieve. Whatever you believe you can achieve, you will achieve. Every day you are feeling more and more comfortable within yourself, and you are becoming your own best friend. Every day you love and respect yourself more, not in an egotistical way, but in a way that is positive, natural, and constructive, and can be only beneficial to you. Take a moment now to enjoy the feeling of liking yourself and being happy and content with the unique and special person that you are. Know and believe that each and every small part of your mind, your body and your spirit is an important, wonderful and beautiful part of nature. Spirit means your higher self, that part of you which is inspired, strong, kind, loving and happy. All of those good and special qualities that are to be admired. Those special qualities are an integral part of your unique personality and are there for you whenever you need them. If there are things that you've done in the past that you regret, now is a good time to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself now and release yourself now from the shackles of those negative elements which prevent you from moving forward. Now you can be that person that you want to be. If there are things which others have done to you in the past, now is the time to forgive those others. Not for them, but for you. Forgive others now and release yourself right now from the past. You now live for the moment, this moment. Now you are that person that you want to be. A true friend of your own, personal and wise, inner advisor. That is you personified. Now, while you are resting in this very pleasant way, I want you to imagine that you are standing and looking at a steel ball resting at the top of a gentle slope. Just imagine that now. And as you look at it, the ball begins to roll slowly down the slope. It moves slowly and follows a very straight course as it moves. Now I want you to imagine that a little way ahead of the steel ball and off to one side of the track, you can see a strong magnet. And as the ball is rolling towards the magnet, it enters into the magnetic field, and the magnet pulls on the steel ball, not enough to make it stick to it, but enough to make it change its course. The steel ball is now rolling in a completely different direction from its original path. Now there's a reason for imagining this, because your pathway through life is like the path taken by the steel ball. In the beginning, your pathway through life was set. You were following a course that was right for you. It was comfortable. It was right for you. It felt right. But you soon found that you were being influenced by another person or other people, acting like magnets, trying to pull you off course, trying to make you change direction. In short, they made you feel that your way was wrong. They wanted you to conform to their ways and follow their course of action. By trying to please them, or being afraid of them, or feeling like you had no other choice, you changed your course and have been following a way that is not what you originally set for yourself. The result has been that you have felt uncomfortable. It has not felt right. And you have consequently felt that you have lost your individuality through trying to please other people. And this has been the problem. So let's see what we can do about it. Let's return to our picture of the steel ball and make a few changes. Once again, imagine that steel ball at the top of the slope. But this time, as you look at it, see it grow to double its size and weighing twice as much. Now see it rolling and see what happens. It approaches the magnet, and the magnet tries to pull on it, but this time the ball is too heavy and big and does not deviate from its course. It keeps on rolling in the same direction. The influence of the magnet has not been strong enough to affect the ball. It just rolls straight past. These simple changes were enough to overcome the problem. For you to overcome the problem, it is not necessary to grow in size or put on weight, but you can grow in strength and in power, and you can do this easily. As you rest there now, I want you to realize something and realize it well. Understand it and acknowledge it. It is not your purpose in life to become a carbon copy of someone else. You are an individual in your own right. You have your own opinions, your own mind, your own personality, your own boundaries. these things are right for you. No other person has the right to try to take these things away from you, to make you conform to their ways. You are a person in your own right, a complete person, and they must either accept this fact or go on their way. Your individuality is precious. It must be protected, and you can protect this with your own strength. Your strength has been weakened by the influences of other people, but that strength is still there. It is within you now. So now is the time to rediscover it and let it grow. As you rest there now, just imagine yourself as being strong enough to withstand the influences of other people, strong enough to stand on your own 2 feet. Imagine you are that strong now, and as you imagine it, feel that strength. It's there. You can feel it. Feel the confidence that goes along with it. Feel yourself able to speak out, able to defend your own individuality. Feel these things now. Because as you can now feel them, you know they are there. You already have that strength. It's there, you can feel it. So you know it's there. Acknowledge it. Welcome it. It's yours. Now that you have experienced these things, you can recognize them and use them. Now that you know they are there, you can become more aware of them. Because of this, you already feel stronger and more able in yourself. And this feeling is going to remain with you and become stronger as each day goes by. No longer are you influenced into a wrong course by other people. No longer do you allow your individuality to be taken away from you. It is precious. It is yours. Once there was a village in a very isolated part of the world. So isolated that they very rarely saw visitors from the outside world. And the people of the village had a secret. They had a magical painting that had been given to them by a stranger back in the past, in a time before anyone could remember. The stranger had said, as long as this picture stays in the village, everything will go right for the people. And the people felt safe having this picture. One day another stranger came to the village, and the people, being very hospitable, made the stranger welcome. And they let him stay in the room where the painting was kept. And when they got up in the morning, the stranger had left, and the painting had been taken away. The villagers were devastated. They felt their happiness had gone. Life could never again be the way that they had pictured it. They looked out of the window and the blue sky had turned dark. The trees had stopped blooming. The birds no longer sang. And they felt very sad. Then one of the young women of the village walked over to where the painting had been on the wall, and she started to paint her own picture. She started to paint a beautiful painting of trees and birds, and then some others joined her, and soon all the people were cooperating, making this painting. They all got so absorbed in this painting. But it wasn't until the young woman looked out of the window and said, "Look, everything is changing." They realised the sky had become blue. Again, the birds were singing. Again, and the trees were back in bloom. You have all the necessary resources within you. Never forget that you are amazing, you are strong, you are happy, you are content, and you've got this.